Motivation feels powerful, it feels exciting, it feels emotional, it feels like a spark that can change everything. You watch a video, you hear powerful music, you feel unstoppable, and then 2 days later, it's gone. That's the problem. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like a mood. It rises when things feel inspiring. It disappears when things feel hard. And life is hard more often than it is inspiring. If you depend on motivation, you will only act when you feel good. But success is built on the days you don't feel good. That is where discipline takes over. Discipline is not loud. It's not emotional. It doesn't give you goosebumps. Discipline is quiet. It wakes up early without asking how it feels. It works when it's tired. It continues when it's bored. It shows up when nobody is watching. Motivation says, let's go. Discipline says, let's go again and again and again. The truth is simple. If you only work when you're motivated, you'll never reach your potential because motivation is unreliable. You won't feel motivated to wake up at 5 a.m. You won't feel motivated to train when you're sore. You won't feel motivated to study when you're distracted. You won't feel motivated to build when progress is slow. But disciplined people do it anyway. That's the difference. Most people are controlled by emotion. Disciplined people are controlled by commitment. And commitment does not negotiate with feelings. Think about it. When you don't feel like brushing your teeth, you skip it. No, because it's a habit. It's automatic. It's non-negotiable. That's what discipline looks like. Non-negotiable standards. The problem is not that you lack ambition. The problem is that your standards change based on your mood. When you feel inspired, your standards are high. When you feel tired, your standards drop. But disciplined people keep the standard the same every day. They remove emotion from the decision. They don't ask, do I feel like it? They ask, did I say I would do it? That one shift changes everything. Motivation focuses on results. Discipline focuses on process. Motivation wants the transformation fast. Discipline builds it slowly. Motivation is obsessed with the outcome. Discipline is obsessed with the routine. And routines win. Every strong body is built by routine. Every sharp mind is built by routine. Every successful career is built by routine. Not hype, not inspiration, not temporary energy. Routine. Discipline is freedom. That sounds strange, but it's true. When you lack discipline, you become a slave to your impulses. You scroll when you should work. You eat when you should train. You sleep when you should act. You quit when you should push. But when you build discipline, you take control. You decide when to move. You decide when to stop. You decide who you become. That is power. People think discipline is punishment. It's not. It's self-respect. It's saying, my future is more important than my comfort. Comfort is addictive. Comfort tells you to relax. Comfort tells you tomorrow is fine. Comfort tells you one more hour won't matter. But small compromises repeated daily create average lives. Discipline requires sacrifice. Sacrifice of laziness. Sacrifice of excuses. Sacrifice of instant gratification. But what you gain is far greater. Confidence, self-trust, strength. There is something powerful about keeping promises to yourself. When you say you will wake up early, and you do. When you say you will train, and you do. When you say you will stay focused, and you do. You build internal respect, and self-respect is priceless. Without discipline, you cannot trust yourself. And if you cannot trust yourself, confidence will always feel fake. Motivation can start the journey, but discipline finishes it. Look at anyone successful. Athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, leaders. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems. They rely on habits. They rely on repetition. The days you don't feel like it are the days that matter most. Anyone can work hard when they feel inspired. Champions work hard when they feel nothing. That's the difference. Discipline removes excuses. It doesn't care if it's raining. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you're stressed. It cares about execution. Execution creates results. If you want to change your life, stop chasing motivation. Start building discipline. Start small. Wake up when your alarm rings. No snooze. Make your bed. Train even if it's not perfect. Read even if it's only 10 minutes. Work even if it's not exciting. Stack small wins. Discipline grows like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. At first, it feels uncomfortable, but discomfort is growth. Every time you push past resistance, you become stronger mentally. And over time, what used to feel hard becomes normal. That's when your life shifts. You don't need extreme action. You need consistent action. 5 disciplined years will outperform 1 year of motivation every time. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to feel inspired. Start moving because you decided to, because you committed to yourself, because you refuse to stay average. The truth is simple. Motivation will get you started. Discipline will change your life. When motivation fades, discipline remains. When excitement disappears, discipline continues. When nobody is watching, discipline works. And that is how greatness is built. No excuses, no negotiation, no waiting, just execution every single day.